As the weeks passed, Miss Anita started to very publicly and very noticeably change. Her skin was plagued with lesions, that beautiful auburn hair started turning gray, and it was like she had aged about 30 years in a matter of months. Well, once that baby was brought into this world, Mr. Payloon took that child and left Miss Anita for a younger woman. Well, I think the shock was too much for her to bear, and she hung herself from the Payloon family staircase. Mr. Garrett, who was devastated by Miss Anita's loss, went searching for her husband, and he found him. Then that crazy Kuyon murdered Mr. Payloon and that baby. Then he put 2 barrels of a shotgun in his mouth. Maybe he was crazy, or maybe he just knew the truth. Maybe the truth was just a little too much to bear. Well, a few days later, I went to Miss Anita's services, and lo and behold, who did I see? But the man in the green seersucker jacket came to witness his handiwork.
Miss Anita Gerard, most beautiful woman he ever seen. Now she the devil's maiden.
And that is why, beyond a shadow of a doubt, I believe. Because I done seen the devil. And Mr. Sampson, he's smarter than you.
Mr. Veda, you have no credit, no source of income, and no assets to speak of. So, how much were you looking to borrow exactly?
I don't know. I was thinking modestly, like 100,000, 60,000, 50, 40. Just ding me when I get it.
Mr. Veda, I'm sorry. I don't think there's any way we can help you.
Well, hold on now. Let's explore all options, okay? Are you able to pull me like a list of like old lady widow money?
Mr. Veda.
Come on. You're telling me that you don't have an old lady benefactor database?
I'm going to have to ask you to leave. Mr. Veda, that's my coffee.
Fascinating. Brad from Cincinnati, you're on the line with Mike and Dean Cahill, the boy wonder. What's your question?
Thanks, Dean. Love the show. So forgive the terrible pun, but I'm dying to know, have you ever tried committing suicide? And if so, what's it like?
Thanks for being a downer, Brad.
I've thought about it, sure. You live for almost 300 years, you might can head all kinds of places. But after all these years, I'm still a coward. How would I do it? What if I screwed it up? Would it even work? Nowadays, I just don't see a point to it. I don't know if we get wiser with age or if we just get some type of perspective, or maybe it's both. But, I've come to terms with the cards that I've been dealt. I've seen younger and better men come and go before me, each of them with a story more interesting than mine. And maybe that's why I'm still here. To make sure that goes on. That the memories of the people and the places of the past can live forever. I don't know. But I'd like to think that.
Well, come on, Mike. It's better than the alternative.
Is it really?
Yes, absolutely.
Do you have any kids?
No.
I've had 3. My youngest died at the ripe old age of 91. And that was 133 years ago. I can assure you, there is no greater agony than having a child, wanting the best for them, and knowing that one day they're going to die. Watching them live out their life, knowing what's coming. And then living long enough to experience it. Wishing that in an instant, you could trade places with them. Even at 91, they're still your baby.
They were innocent.
Innocent's a pretty strong word. Stupid is probably more like it. We live in a world that spins on an axis of apathy. You want to get ahead in this life? Cut the world down to your level. The only person who is ever going to give a shit about you is you. This isn't kindergarten. Sharing is not caring. Apathy is the only way to survive. I know how the game is played. I'm not a fool.
Everybody's someone's fool.
You want to hear something funny? In your brother's last moments, he pleaded with God to help him. Isn't that hilarious? I laughed right in his face. What an idiotic idea, right? Like God and his beard were just gonna swoop in and save him. No. I leaned in real close, and I brought him back to Earth, and I reminded him that every thought, every moment, every inspiration, every memory that he ever had would fall away into nothing, and that he'd be dead, and that dead is dead. But then I thought about it. If God exists, then the devil exists. And let me tell you something. I believe in God. Because I am the devil.